Ngeke ngizwe umfazi.
Listen, no, you need to keep quiet because you are losing, first of all. Let's go. Let's go, guys. Let's all double tap the screen.
Stop.
Bye, for sec. Let's go, guys. Let's all double tap the screen. Let's all double tap the screen.
Guys, how are we losing to this Quapalenja?
Sure, hello and welcome back to yet another trending story segment with me. Currently, one of the biggest live streamer friendship, if I can call it that, you guys, Dudle and Sechan. Dudle from South Africa, Sechan from South Korea, have officially ended their relationship. So both parties have basically come forward to share their side of the story, and I don't know, so many people are believing Sechan over what Dudle is saying about their friendship breakup. So right now, let me just go ahead and insert what Dudle has said. Then I will also insert Sechan's side of the story.
So it hurt me. It hurt me. I think, when I try to make sense of everything, I think the comment section, the mean comments got too much for him. Yeah, and maybe that's why he decided to cut me off, because people were brutal in the comment section. I think people were just brutal in his comment section, and he couldn't handle it. I mean, he's emotionally intelligent, but there's only so much a person can handle. I went to the comment section and it was bad. People were so rude to Sechan. They were cursing him out, questioning his sexuality, and I think if I don't know, I'm just assuming that maybe he just got fed up, because he did tell me that he was not okay. And if there's one thing about Sechan, he didn't want to bother me. Like, so every time when I saw mean comment, I would be the one who's say, hey, yabo, yindaba kwenzakalani, and then he'd be like, I today let it go, yabo. So I really, but like,
Now, this friendship was so famous to such an extent that Dudle basically also further stated that there is a certain brand that decided to reach out to them, and Dudle was overly excited. As a result, she called Sechan to tell him about this beautiful opportunity that they are going to be paid for, all the expenses and everything, and they are now going to be meeting as friends. Guess what? Sechan has had enough of it. Dudle was too hurtful to such an extent that he turned that opportunity down. That's how bad things were. Now, after a lot of people basically watched Dudle's side of the story, they were like, but babes, you are the one who decided to block Sechan because Sechan, according to what you are telling us, was not talking to you and was probably going through some of his things, right? And I did see someone saying, you know what, Dudle never had Sechan's back. She didn't even try to defend him and always wanted to be the one chased by Sechan. And I think throughout the comment section, a lot of people were agreeing to that basically comment. Another person was saying, I think Dudle expected Sechan to try and make things right like he always did. You see, the friendship was one-sided. It was always Sechan who had this obligation of coming forward and making things right between them, okay, like he always did. But maybe he wanted her to show up for them this time around, but guess what? She didn't. Instead, she decided to block Sechan. So up next, I also want to insert Sechan's side of the story for you guys to see. Then at the end, I'll be back with the rest of my commentary.
During our whole series, guys, I've always been the one being actively communicative. This is our last message, and I will post the screenshots if you guys need it. But first things first, I have always loved Dudle, and even if she changed her feelings for me, she will always be very dear to my heart. So let me make that very clear. Even if things have changed, guys, I will always love Dudle, and she will always be that friend that I had with very good memories that we had together, right? But we never fought. We never fought. I was struggling mentally, and our schedules didn't match. It was only recently that I started streaming in this hour. So our last message is, people are asking, Dudle, this is Dudle. Dudle asked me, hey, people are asking what happened to the couple in the series. What do I tell them? And I said, hey, what do you want to tell them? And then here's what she said. She said, I don't know what's happening myself. That's why I don't know what to tell them. And I said, this is what I told Dudle. And this is my last messages. She left me on red and then blocked me. But this is my last message to her. We didn't fight. We did not fight. I told her, hey, you stopped streaming every day. Like Dudle, the way I see it is, Thick Dudle is more of a content creator than a live streamer. And you have been happier with just creating content is what I see. So just tell them in honesty that maybe the series may have been giving you some pressure to get on every day, even if you don't want to. Because how many days has Dudle gotten on live and she's been looking very stressful, she looked very tired. I felt bad. Honestly, on some days, guys, honestly, this is really rude for you guys to be commenting bad things about me on my live. Because how many times during our Couple Ninja series has Dudle looked so tired, looked like she didn't want to be there? And this is no shade, it's just, she's tired, she has a job. Guys, she's a teacher. She has to be tired at the end of the day. But then it's like, as for me, I'm a full-time streamer, so I'm like, oh, I feel bad. Like, if you don't want to be on the series, like, you don't have to get on, you know what I mean? That's perfectly fine. That's fair for her because she must be tired. She's a teacher, guys. She has a daytime job. But she's been doing the series for as long as she could. But along the way, I feel like she did kind of lose her love for the series. I'm not gonna lie. Because sometimes she looked like she didn't want to be there. And I felt bad. But I didn't say this to her because I know that she's tired. Like, guys, right, let's give our girl some slack because she is tired. She's grading students. She's interacting with students all day long. And you know she's a happy vibe. How much energy do you think she gives to the school? You know what I mean? So I never felt bad about it. I felt sad sometimes because, like, I'm literally setting my time. Sometimes you guys have to understand, me, I had to wake up at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. South African time just to battle with my bestie, which was Dudle. So when I woke up at 3 a.m. and then I see a Dudle and she's super tired and she looks like she doesn't want to be there, I'm like, I'm kind of sad, but I never felt angry with her because I know she's a teacher. She has a job. Like, she's not a streamer. Like, she has a job. And she got on to entertain a lot of people, and I'm very thankful for her. But I think along the way, the series was not really working out. So I told her, so just tell them honestly that the series may have been giving you some pressure to get on every day, even if you don't want to. At least that's how I see the situation. Just telling the truth if you really want to address it. And this was my previous messages. This was our previous conversation. We never fought. I just got blocked without communication, but this is what I also said to her. We can battle if you're going to be on, but I think it's difficult for us to set a time. So if we happen to be live at 8 p.m. your time, that's 3 a.m. my time. We can just really request each other so that we're not stressed to go live. And I use words like we. Obviously, I'm not stressed to go live because I'm a full-time streamer, but sometimes Dudle does look stressed to be on live. You know what I mean? So I'm like, we can just really request each other. I think you also get stressed or busy to come on, so let's battle when we're on at the same time, instead of setting a time. Because then it feels like work instead of fun, right? So there's no need for schedule, so you're not stressed. So if you're on later, we can play. And this is what she said. Forgot how intelligent you can be. You're making so much sense right now. And then I said, yeah, basically back to the way things were when we first started. It feels like work when we set a time, so we need to live stream at our own time. And if we're on at the same time, we can play. That's way better and more fun, just like before.
Sure. So that will be Sechan's side of the story. And after hearing both sides of the story, guys, who do you think was wrong in the acrimony? Okay, please let me know down on the comment section. Now, unfortunately for Thick Dudle, a lot of people did see right through her lies, even when she was very emotional and she started crying, and a lot of people were just saying, you have been for the longest time treating Sechan like your lapdog, okay? Because Sechan was the one always chasing after you, Thick Dudle. So what kind of friendship is this where one is always begging for attention? You, Thick Dudle, you became the VIP in the friendship, and yet another person is saying the same thing. The effort put in this friendship was not the same, and it all ended. Guess when it ended? When Sechan stopped putting any effort. We just need to be honest, you guys. Although we are South Africans, we love Thick Dudle, but in this case, we just need to be fair, because Sechan has always been the person to be wanting to reach out, and even when it's Thick Dudle who is on the wrong, Sechan would always be the one who is mature enough to come out and try and fix whatever issues he and Thick Dudle had. Now, guys, because I would only catch Izindaba most of the times when they are trending on the FYP on TikTok, according to the people who would be on their lives 24/7, one person came forward and shared that we all saw how she used to drain the kid, cutting lives and going to play other people while the kid remains looking disturbed. It was about time Sechan chose himself. And the last one, this one says, Dudle needs to fix herself. Sechan gave her way too much grace from the little fights. She'd be the first to leave the live and Sechan would reach out to her. Now that Sechan has let the ship sink, it's his fault. Nah, fam, let's be for real. So yeah, guys, get nazo indaba of the hour. What are your thoughts? Please let me know down on the comments, and I'll surely see you guys on my next one. Bye.